It's been a while since I've posted a YouTube video, and the way I've been thinking about it recently is kind of like my life is a painting, one that I made and that I'm making constantly. And with this YouTube video, anytime you're posting yourself, you are becoming a communicator for this painting. I don't really mind people looking at my life. The problem is that when I make a YouTube video, it's like I'm having to describe it, and that's the only impression somebody is going to get of a painting that I made. And I don't want to describe it poorly. I don't want to give people a bad impression of my life. I'm not up to the task in my mind to like communicate what's going on. But I really did have and do have a desire to make like something for people to look at and feel inspired by, right? If they're unemployed, they can look at what I do and say, okay, well, if this guy's able to do it and I'm able to see the, steps that he took, then I'm not hopeless. You know what I'm saying? So I do have to be vulnerable, and I have to come to terms with the fact that I'm not a great communicator, that I might misrepresent the painting of my life, and just have to deal with that for the time being, in the hopes that eventually I will get better. Now, when I started this channel, I was working this job for like 2 years at a hospital. It was a prestigious position. It was part of this track to eventually go to grad school doing this like lab work, and I wanted to change, and I eventually left that job, came home, with the intent of I'm gonna quickly move to a new city with a new job and then go and decide what's next. That ended up turning into like months of unemployment, trying to become a runner again. It was really immature of me, but it was what I felt I needed after sort of playing the game for a couple of years. But I honestly really do enjoy the freedom that comes from making money and not feeling guilt over that. So I understand why it happened, but I really do want to make a change now. So I have gotten a job at Starbucks. I will become a barista, somebody who cleans the equipment, makes coffees, like a fast food job. And I know that online there's stigma against that. Oh, you're working like at fast food, like you must be like a loser. You know what I mean? Like it's like an insult usually, right? Like, oh, this guy, you're gonna be making fast food, unemployed ass. Or that's the insult, but then obviously like you're not unemployed if you're working a job. I honestly don't. I guess I don't have any experience working the job yet. I just got hired, so I guess I'll be able to tell you how I feel about it later. But right now I'm pretty excited at the opportunity because I'll be able to work with a bunch of people my age, dealing with a whole host of different characters every day. And I think that's actually, it's a good service. You go to Starbucks and somebody makes you a coffee. Like, you can make somebody's day if you do a good job on the drink, or like you're nice to them. I think it's like a positive thing, and it's not as prestigious as my last job, nowhere near, but it's better than sitting at home every day and just getting rejected constantly from jobs. So that's cool. I really want to make a community or be part of a community on YouTube. I guess it's like other unemployed people or people who are in these gaps in life. And I'm not really sure how to do that, but if people are out there and, feel like that is them and they're trying to work things out, then, let me know. I'd love to meet or whatever. The final thing I wanted to talk about in this video was maybe some of the things that I also trying to do on top of my career. So I actually have been running again. I took a break when I tried to reprioritize, what I accomplished in a day. But if I had like the ability to do everything I wanted, I would be working my way towards applying to medical school and getting rejected over the course of 3 years. I'd also want to be able to break my high school PR in the 800 meter. That would be like a 2-minute time. I never broke 2:03, and I want to break that time. And it's probably gonna be really hard, but if I had the money to buy the groceries, to feed myself, and I had the discipline to go through training, I honestly think I could do that feasibly in a period of maybe like 6 to 8 months. And the final thing I'd want is to be dressing better. Fashion is a really interesting thing, and like if people are clicking on a video about somebody being unemployed, this might sound like not your cup of tea, which is fine, but I really do want to dress better for myself and feel like I have a distinctive style of dressing, and feel proud of how I dress. I consider myself kind of ugly. I guess like when I see photos of myself or videos of me from a third person, I think, dude, that guy has such a weird body shape and face shape. And I don't know if other people feel this way, but it almost feels like it disqualifies me from having a fashion sense, simply because I'm just not attractive enough. Like maybe if I looked like a normal, like white Anglo-Saxon Protestant guy, I'd be like, okay, give me the baggy pants, like give me like the gold cross, like it'll be fine. But I'm like a kind of like a lanky Jewish guy, and I don't know if there's been many frontiers of fashion for guys like me. So that would be something I want to figure out. But I'm a procrastinator. I am a pretty unfocused guy. So the likelihood of all of that happening seems really low. But who knows? Like, it would be really cool if on this YouTube channel you could just, 10 years down the line, you are like, you see a video from me being like, my life as a doctor who's also fashionable and is a runner, and you could like, not you personally, whoever's watching the video, but like somebody else down the line be like, oh my god, I can't believe this person used to be an unemployed loser. Like, how did they get to this point? And instead of feeling really discouraged and thinking like, oh man, like that guy just built diff, he was always meant to do all these things, they could instead see the journey of somebody who actually might be a lot like them, and realize that all of these things are possible. Not easy, but possible. And that's kind of what I am hoping to live like. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed me talking to the camera. If you got any funny, nobody's watching, I've never had anybody comment on a video recently like that's relative to what I talk about in the video. Like, I obviously I enjoy the encouragement from people, but hey, what's your favorite type of fish to eat? Okay, not to eat. What's your favorite fish to eat, everybody? Leave that in the comments below.